Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Fleet Galactic challenge. This time we are taken back to the planet of Jakku. Now if you've been wondering how all of these wrecked starfighters ended up on the planet's surface that we've seen in the movies, well, it's because when the Imperial forces started losing the battle, they locked their tractor beams onto the ships of the New Republic Starfleet, crashing them into the surface below in a desperate attempt to reverse the fortunes in their favor. However, the New Republic forces eventually won the battle after fierce fighting. Alright, so as always, for every challenge I'll cover the modifiers, feats and everything. So if you're not interested in those details, you just can go through, skip through to the battle as always using YouTube chapters below. There'll be only one fight needed today to get all the feats done and get you that max rewards. It's a fleet challenge, so it's definitely something completely new that we haven't seen before. So let's first dive in and look at the modifiers here. So we got two modifiers for Jakku this time. So at the start of each tank's turn, they'll gain potency up, and then whenever tank is critically hit, they gain protection up for 2 turns. I'm not really sure what the benefit of potency up is, but obviously protection up will make them very durable every time you hit them. Alright, so let's just move on to the next modifier, the last stand. So whenever a ship reaches 0, they gain retribution for 1 turn, and whenever a ship falls below 50% health, they gain defense up, and the first time they fall below 25% health, they gain damage immunity for 1 turn. So it's so it seems like it's some sort of unending loyalty built in here. So for each of those thresholds, you're getting some bonuses there, just for your ship to stay a little bit longer on the field. So definitely this battle might drag on for a while. And then Relentless Pursuit, so that's the modifier for your first order ships. So whenever you score a critical hit, you gain protection up. That's great. Hunted enemies deal less percent, 50% less damage to your first order allies. And this is a good one. If first order ally defeats a hunted enemy, they will recover 100% health and protection. So just adding a lot of more survivability, it seems like, to first order, because as we know, first orders, they don't have a tank. So if you just go into pure first order, you might there struggle to stay alive. So this modifier will help you a little bit survive longer. Alright, Fearless Fortitude, so that's the modifier here for the resistance fleet. Okay, they get heal over time, and when they gain buff, they also get some potency, critical chance and damage stacking and 10% turn meter. Okay, so it seems like modifier for resistance isn't all that crazy here really. Anyway, let's now look at the feats we have to achieve. So we have to score 3 critical hits in a row, and then 15 critical hits in total, and finally win while fielding 3 first order ships. Now probably you got various options here what fleet you want to use. Even fleet commander does not need to be finalizer. You don't need to start with 3 first order ships. You just have to at some point bring them as the reinforcement or something like that. So in this one I'll be actually using a negotiator lead, because I just found that this resistance fleet with Holdo, they were so tanky, so fast, so durable, that they were able to get to Holdo maneuver before I was able to do much. So to kind of counter that, I'm bringing in negotiator lead with a couple of Galactic Republic ships as well, so we can get Valor going. So then we'll be able to get a lot of turns, so we can keep up in the enemy and hopefully keep them under control, so they don't get to the Holdo maneuver. Now if you don't know about Holdo maneuver, it's got quite high cooldown as the ultimate, but then whenever a resistance ship that has foresight on them uses a special ability, they will be reducing the cooldown of Holdo maneuver by 1. And so you will try to keep them under control, so that either they can't use special abilities with ability blocking them or stunning them, or removing foresight from them. But also one thing to note, if they have deflector shield buff on them, when they do get a turn, they will regain foresight. So you also have to keep an eye on the deflector shield buff as well. So that's why these ships, they got a lot of control here, first order guys. Like Kylo here on this ability, where he will remove buffs as well as ability block. Then the other 2 special abilities Shuttle's got, it's all about boosting turn meter to the rest of the team, so you can then feed turn meter, get more turns, especially feed turn meter to Anakin, so he can take more turns, he will have Valor, and this will then fuel your negotiator. Anakin's basic here cannot be evaded, so it will go through foresight, so something bear in mind. And then his special attack here can apply buff immunity, which is great because then they can't gain foresight. So we'll rely also on these to a little bit keep their foresight under control, so they cannot get to their ultimate before we finish them off. Y-Wing as well here, he's got a special ability here that removes as well buffs. Again, another way to remove buffs. Then Ahsoka, once you bring her as reinforcement, removing buff from target enemy, as well as her special removes buffs as well. So as you can see, it's all about removing buffs here. Then Silencer on basic can stun, but seems like enemies got quite decent tenacity, so these stuns aren't as reliable. And then Overwhelming Advantage. Now this special attack will deal 100% more damage if Silencer has advantage. So if there is no advantage on Silencer, just save this attack for a next turn when potentially you might have it. Don't waste it if you do not have advantage. Alright, let's moving on. We got Plow here, another obviously Galactic Republic ship here, can come in, cleanse the buffs, recover some health and protection. Then he's got another ability that can boost turn meter, so in combination with Command Shuttle you will have lots of turn meter gains here, and as well can put a Force Taunt on one of your allies. And finally the third First Order ship I will use is Special Forces TIE Fighter. He's got an AoE that can clear foresight from everybody, can call an assist, and when you bring it in as a reinforcement, and then as well you will boost your potency a bit, so hopefully you can land those debuffs more reliably. Alright, let's hop in the battle and let me talk you through it. So first thing, they will go, yep, they go after Anakin, that's how it always seems like. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll just get here some Valor going. Now unfortunately there's Dazed on Anakin, so let's go ahead, remove Deflector Shield there from X-Wing, remove Deflector Shield from Poe as well, apply buff immunity on X-Wing, so then he can't gain the foresight. And unfortunately they reapplied their Deflector Shield, so they gain foresight again. I'm bringing in first now Plow, just that we can keep Anakin alive, give turn meter boost here. No sense of clearing foresight from those guys because they have Deflector Shield, so they will just regain foresight anyways. So it doesn't really matter. Now we can feed turn meter to Anakin, so he can get a quick turn, smash another AoE, clear the foresight. They don't have Deflector Shield anymore, so they won't be regaining foresight. Alright, let's go ahead, Unending Loyalty, and now with Anakin not being dazed, he can get a lot of turns here. Okay, here comes an AoE from the Falcon. There we go, another daze there. Let's boost turn meter on the ones that aren't dazed, that is. Okay, going after Plow now, which gave Anakin bonus turn. So we put a nice big hit there on X-Wing, bringing in our next reinforcement, TIE Silencer. So again, just saving the special attack because I don't have advantage, just using basic there. Okay, let's put it on back over on Y-Wing now. Alright, now we do have advantage, so let's go put a hit over on Pilot. So you can see these guys are very tanky, just basic there. Let's go another mass attack, boom boom. Okay, there goes damage immunity. Let's see if we can put buff immunity on Poe. Unfortunately not, resisted there. Okay, come on, there we go. Alright. Okay, cool. So Pilot lost their damage immunity, so we can go after him. Now my wings got damage immunity, so they're stuck behind my Y-Wing. Nice. Let's actually clear the taunt of their Y-Wing. And here, they're already in the ultimate. Remember, ultimate, when they get a turn and those mines explode, it will increase their cooldowns, and then they can't use their specials in case they have foresight. Alright, so there goes my tank. This is great. I needed to lose another ship so I can bring the third and final First Order ship I have, because remember we need 3. Now unfortunately there's damage immunity there on Big, so I just put a hit over on Poe. Alright, now we do have advantage. Another big hit, well, big-ish hit on Poe. Okay, here comes Deflector Shield for them. Okay, well, just smash an AoE, perfect. Let's give another turn over to Anakin, because the more turns Anakin gets when he gets Valor, the more turns your negotiator will get. So just keep feeding turn meter to Anakin whenever you can. Okay, let's apply Unending Loyalty now. Let's remove the taunt there. Do an AoE. Okay, another AoE. So just bouncing now between their two tanks. Let's actually put a tone tap on yeah, do you know what, I'm just gonna put it on X-Wing, because X-Wing doesn't sorry, on on my TIE fighter, it won't really do much, to be honest. I just needed it as there to bring in. There we go. Pass turn over to Anakin. Get out Biggs. Here comes another Falcon, giving them foresight. So just go ahead, clear the foresight with an AoE from Anakin. Another AoE mass assist. There goes Y-Wing. Just keep pushing. Putting hit into Poe. Let's now... do we boost their meter to everybody, maybe? Because everybody are kind of low on turn meter. Let's boost their meter on everybody. Keep hitting Poe there. Okay, there we go, another ultimate, increasing their cooldowns again. The reason why I'm not going after Falcon is because every time Falcon if it counterattacks, it will be gaining bonus turn meter. So I don't want to be feeding turn meter to their Falcon. Now it's dazed. There's damage immunity, but we can dispel it now with Ahsoka. Bring her in as the reinforcement. Take care of Poe. Let's give another turn over to Anakin. Smash an AoE. Only 2 Falcons to go now. Okay, perfect. Keep it going, keep it going. Big hit. There we go. Let's put the critical damage immunity on Anakin. There goes Blow. Giving turn over to Anakin. Now just taking care of here Han's Falcon, and we should be good to go. Come on, big hit. There we go. And that's how I completed here all the feats in a single battle. Everything done. As you can see, we used 3 first order ships. 2 of them came in as a reinforcement. We did 15 critical hits, as well as 3 critical hits in a row, so no issues. And there you go, guys. That's how I use Negotiator here in combination with Galactic Republic and First Order Fleet. The main key thing really is, as I've shown you in the beginning, get that foresight and deflector shield off everybody using abilities from Command Shuttle as well as Y-Wing that remove buffs, and then you absolutely have to make sure to land buff immunity there in beginning on X-Wing with your Anakin. If you don't let buff immunity, just retreat and go back in, because if you don't, they will get their hold on maneuver before you can finish them off. So this was important there, the opening sequence that I showed you. That's how it needs to be done, and then you should have no issues here completing this battle. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope you found the video useful and helpful. As always, let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.